In the year 2043, the deep space exploration vessel Erebus was launched from Earth on a mission. The crew, numbering 50 of humanity's best scientists, engineers, and explorers, were placed into cryosleep for the long journey across the cosmos. For centuries, the Erebus drifted through the void guided by systems and automated navigation. The crew slept, dreaming of distant stars and new frontiers. Captain Elias Mercer awoke with a start, the hissing of the cryopod's release mechanisms echoing in his ears. The pod's transparent lid lifted slowly, allowing the sterile, cold air to seep in. Disoriented and groggy, Elias struggled to regain his senses. His last memory was of Earth, shrinking into the blackness of space as the Erebus left the solar system. Erebus. Status report, Elias croaked, his voice weak from centuries of disuse. A soothing, artificial voice responded. Captain Mercer, you have been awakened. The Erebus has entered the orbit of an unidentified planet. Systems are nominal, but there is a need for manual assessment. Elias forced himself to sit up, glancing around the cryo camera. Other pods were beginning to open, their occupants stirring. Dr. Lena Park, the ship's lead shinobiologist, was among the first to rise. Lena, are you all right? Elias asked, helping her out of the pod. She nodded, blinking away the sleep. Yes, Captain. Just disoriented. How long have we been under? Elias checked the ship's logs. Approximately 253 years. We've arrived at an uncharted planet. Let's get the crew together and assess our situation. The crew gathered in the ship's central hub, groggy but determined. Elias briefed them on their current status and the need to explore the planet below. We've picked up some strange readings from the surface, Elias said, pointing to the holographic display. Energy signatures, structures. This planet may have once harbored an advanced civilization. We need to investigate. The landing team, consisting of Elias, Lena, Dr. Marcus Talbot, the ship's archaeologist, and a few other specialists, suited up and prepared for descent. The shuttle departed from the Erebus, piercing through the planet's atmosphere and landing amidst a desolate, abandoned city. The ruins stretch as far as the eye could see, crumbling structures and decaying remnants of an ancient society. The air was thick with an eerie silence, broken only by the distant howling of alien winds. Everyone, stay alert, Elias instructed. Let's split into two teams and gather as much data as we can. As they explored the city, Lena's scanners picked up faint life signs. Captain, there are traces of biological material here. Something might still be alive. Elias nodded, and he's gnawing at him. Keep your eyes open. This place feels wrong. Marcus and his team entered a massive structure that appeared to be a temple or a palace. The walls were adorned with intricate carvings and alien script. As Marcus examined the writings, he felt a chill run down his spine. These carvings, they tell a story, Marcus said, his voice trembling. It speaks of a great calamity that befell this civilization. Something came from the stars, something they could not escape. Meanwhile, Lena's team discovered a series of underground tunnels. As they ventured deeper, the air grew colder and the sense of foreboding intensified. They reached a chamber filled with strange, organic pods, pulsating with a faint, sickly glow. Lena, are these eggs? One of the crew members asked, his voice barely a whisper. Lena approached cautiously. I think so, but what could have laid them? Suddenly, the ground trembled, and a deafening roar echoed through the tunnels. The crew members froze, fear gripping their hearts. We need to get out of here, Lena said, her voice urgent. Now. Elias and his team regrouped with Lena's, their faces pale and eyes wide with terror. We found something down there, Lena said, struggling to catch her breath. Something alive. Before they could react, a monstrous creature burst from the shadows, a nightmarish amalgamation of flesh and machinery. Its eyes glowed with a malevolent intelligence, and its claws dripped with an unknown, viscous substance. Run! Elias shouted, firing his weapon at the creature. The bullets barely slowed it down. The crew scattered, sprinting through the ruins as the creature gave chase. One by one, they were picked off, dragged into the darkness by the relentless predator. Elias, Lena, and Marcus managed to find temporary refuge in a collapsed building. Panting and trembling, they tried to formulate a plan. "We can't fight that thing," Marcus said, his voice shaking. "It's too powerful. We need to get back to the shuttle," he insisted. "We have to warn the Erebus and get off this planet." Elias nodded, determination hardening his features. "All right, we stick together and move quickly. No stopping, no looking back." The remaining crew navigated the ruins, their footsteps echoing in the empty streets. The Creator's roars grew distant, but they knew it was still hunting them. As they neared the shuttle, they encountered more of the organic pods, now hatching and releasing smaller, equally nightmarish creatures. The team fought their way through, their numbers dwindling with each passing moment. Finally, they reached the shuttle, battered and bloodied. Elias activated the launch sequence, the engines roaring to life. "We made it," Lena said, tears of relief streaming down her face. But their relief was short-lived. As the shuttle lifted off, the monstrous creature leapt onto the hull, tearing through the metal with terrifying strength. The shuttle shook violently, alarms blaring. "Elias, we can't shake it off," Marcus yelled. Elias made a split-second decision. "Everyone, brace yourselves." He maneuvered the shuttle towards a nearby cliff, hoping to dislodge the creature. With a sickening crunch, the shuttle struck the cliffside, sending the creature plummeting into the abyss. The shuttle, heavily damaged, limped back to the Erebus. The surviving crew stumbled out, their bodies and minds scarred by the ordeal. Back on the Erebus, Elias, Lena, and Marcus reviewed the data they had collected. The recordings from Marcus's helmet camera revealed the full extent of the ancient civilization's demise. They had been a technologically advanced society, but they had encountered a parasitic entity that fused with both organic and inorganic matter, creating horrific hybrids. This entity, it's an apex predator, a perfect hunter, and it's still out there. Elias nodded grimly. "We need to warn Earth. They need to know what's out here." As they prepared to transmit their findings, a chilling realization struck them. The entity had been disengineered by an unknown force. Someone or something had created it and unleashed it upon the galaxy. The crew of the Erebus had survived their encounter, but they knew the nightmare was far from over. The true architects of the horror they had faced were still out there, hidden among the stars, their motives and intentions a terrifying mystery. And so, with a sense of foreboding and resolve, the Erebus set a course for home, carrying with it a warning of the dark, predatory force that lurked in the shadows of space.